Okay. Son, we need to have a talk. Jurassic World Stranded should not have taken this long, but it has. There's no real excuse as to why it's taking this long. It just did. But what I can say is that I have an official release date for the film. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I know I'm ready for this. Okay, I'm not gonna beat around the bush anymore. The movie's gonna be coming out, and that release date is finalized, so I don't plan on changing it, and... So this year has been a little whack. But as a Godzilla and Tokusatsu fan, it sure hasn't been great. We had Godzilla vs. Kong getting pushed back in May, G-Fest getting cancelled, we had NECA retiring the license to Godzilla. But hey, I'm sure everyone in the fan base is doing alright. I'm sure everyone's getting by fine.
I have never been more alone. I have nothing!
But today is a new day, because today we have a new piece of Godzilla media on the horizon, and I want to talk about it. And all I have to do is clickbait the title that makes it seem like I hate said media, drag it out for 8 to 10 minutes, and get views. So that's it, boys. Today, the plan is simple.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Count what you have now, don't count what you don't have.
Now, I thought I can get in early and make a video about this topic in, well, a couple days. And look how that turned out. But I don't even think it even matters now, because it seemed like as soon as the trailer dropped, every single troglodyte on the face of the platform was grabbing at the opportunity to make a video about it. Including myself. You may call me petty. I also call it petty. Hell, D-Man got a video out a day after the original images dropped. Not even freaking HN Entertainment was that fast. For me, D-Man 1954 reminds me of Jake Gyllenhaal's character in Nightcrawler. He's already at the crime scene with his camera open, filming the whole thing, even long before anyone shows up. And yes, I know that I've taken about a month just to make this video. I've been a little busy. I'm sorry. Shut up. Also, you gotta love when the images were leaked online for Godzilla Singular Point. There were just people on Twitter just praying that this was better than the anime trilogy. And yes, there were some people defending it in the comments. The Japanese holdout soldiers that don't know the war's over. To those few who still defend the anime trilogy, why? Sure, it was new and inventive, but it doesn't make it good. I'm just saying, if the Giga Chads of the fan base hadn't come down and voiced their criticisms, we all would probably thought this was the bomb.
We get dirty, and the world stays clean. That's the mission.
I'm gonna talk about the trailer that came out recently as of the time of the script. But I don't want to completely scrap the original script I was working on, which was just for the images alone. So I'll talk about those really quick, but I'll be brief. Taking a look at the character designs, they're interesting. There's a lot of color and variety going on with these characters and their clothes and stuff, and I really like that. It's something new, it's something different, and it doesn't look like you just copied and pasted the same character designs and only slightly tweaked them. Okay, look, I know there's some people in this that are gonna watch this video and be angry with me that I have a problem with the anime trilogy. I know there's a few particular people. This is a weird angle. I know there's a few particular people that are gonna have a problem with me talking about the anime trilogy like this, and it's okay. It's okay to have your opinion. But all I'm saying is, you guys are loose ends. I'm sorry. No! I mean, there's just a lot visually going on with these characters. It's quite obvious that there's gonna be some that are gonna be in their own groups, and I'm not too sure if they're gonna, like, pair up or anything. But it'd be interesting to see how these characters interact. I mean, you got these four right here. You got Emo, White Walker, Bald Man, and Irigami Gory of the Discipline Community. I'm sorry, I can't be the only one that sees that comparison. Sorry to interrupt the video, Ryan of Christmas Future here. Now, at the time of me recording this clip, I had only just the concept images to go off of for these characters, but literally only like a couple days ago at the time of recording this, which is at 6:51 on December 12th, 2020. We just got the updated version of the character designs, and damn, they look really good. Part of me is really digging this art style a lot. I'm starting to grow really attached to it for some reason. They even cleaned up a good few of the characters, like the one White Walker dude. He doesn't actually look like a White Walker. He just looks like a depressed human being. But yeah, I didn't want to have to make this whole segment in the video just to explain one single picture, because it's just kind of artificially inflating the runtime. So hopefully there's no other interruptions, like other news that I need to talk about. Or at least I hope there isn't.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
Okay, I think that's good. Let's get back to the video now. Now let's jump into the big boy himself here, and oh my god.
It's beautiful. I've looked at this for 5 hours now.
This right here, I feel good calling that this is the new Godzilla. I just really love this design. Godzilla's got some fangs which look totally goated. From the dorsal fins, the scales, just the look in general. It's just, oh, it's so good. The design was originally made by Eiji Yamamori of... Wait, this dude was a Ghibli animator? Okay, dude, hold on one second. Okay, these films right here, these films... I don't even care if you like anime or not. If you haven't seen a single Ghibli film in your life, boy, you are doing something very wrong in your life. I even just looked it up on IMDb. The director... oh, how do you say that name? The director of the series, Atsushi Takahashi, was the assistant director of Spirited Away.
What?
Now, originally when this video was first conceived at its inception, I originally planned it to be just about the images and the images alone. I didn't think we would be getting a trailer this soon, you know? It's taken Godzilla vs. Kong like a full 2 years just to release a single trailer, so it's like, you know, it's probably gonna be a bit of a wait because it's just leaked information right now. It's gonna be a bit of a wait. I was proved heavily wrong. Boys, we got ourselves an official trailer.
Yo! Ah!
Okay, this trailer is just amazing. From the art style, to the music, to the animation, the mix of 3D and 2D animation, it's just... oh, it's so good. Now, we here at the NDK Films channel know that you don't want to have to sit through a video hearing 69 things you missed in the Godzilla Singular Point trailer. With this new trailer, we got some new Godzilla designs and even some interesting bits worth going over. Let's talk about the new designs first because, I think there's a lot that look really good here. There's some I'm a little iffy about, like Gabra. Like, I can obviously tell that's Gabra. It's just still kind of... it's alright. Let's talk about the two poster child boys, Rodan and Anguirus. Now, I can't state this enough. The one thing I really enjoyed about Godzilla King of the Monsters was Rodan. Rodan in that film got an absolute overhaul with his design, his music, just the fighter jet scene, just everything was just... And with this design, it actually looks really good. You can obviously tell that they were going for a more pterodactyl look to Rodan, which I think is actually a little interesting. It's cool. I love how he's also got these, like, jets... smoke with, what is that? Contrails, they're called contrails. Look, I've been playing War Thunder for like 500 plus hours. You think I'm an expert on planes or something?
Bro, watch your
Anguirus in this is also really good, and he's probably my favorite of the new designs. He just looks intimidating all around with the huge proportions and all the spines and spikes covering his body. It just looks like a really interesting design for me. Now, I think there's something worth going over that I don't see enough people talking about, and that's the cinematography and the framing in this trailer is all superb. I mean, yeah, just with the lower camera angles, it just makes these monsters look huge. Okay, now look, I don't care how big your Godzilla is. If you don't frame your shots correctly, he's gonna look as short as me. It also seems like for this series, it could be like a Monster of the Week type of dealio with each episode, and I'd really like that. It's something that Ultraman did, and also Evangelion. Godzilla isn't shown a lot in this trailer. You do get the one shot that's at the end of the trailer that you see his face and stuff, and also when he's charging up his atomic breath, and I just gotta say, it still looks really good. It's still a fantastic design. We also get some little bits of story sprinkled out through this trailer. You got the pterodactyls flying through the city, spraying their red gas. I'm not too sure if Rodan's supposed to be one of these creatures, but it's a cool concept. I'm curious to see how this plays out. You even get, for the brief shot, the one guy that was looking away from everyone in the first image leak. You see him here in what looks like a flashback. It's in black and white and stuff, and you got also your jellyfish.
I got some jelly beans.
But my one and only question with this trailer, the one that no one is looking for and no one wants to seem to solve except for me, how in the
Baba Booey.
do you get a tiny flower in a tiny glass box? You guys ever see the process of making a ship in the bottle and how complex of a process that is? I bet that process is at least 100 times less stressful than this freaking witchcraft. Okay, there's an obscenely large elephant in the room that's worth addressing. This is not Netflix's first rodeo with a Godzilla anime. Now, the title says why Godzilla's singular point is going to be awful. Now, that part of the video is clickbait, so yeah, you can feel free to call me a liar. But what is true is that there is a possibility that this anime could be awful. And it has to do with the anime trilogy. Whichever side you're on, whether you simp for these films or despise them like they're cauliflower, there is one thing we should be able to agree upon as a fan base. They were incredibly mediocre. Not necessarily bad films, and I can't deny that there's at least a little bit of effort and passion that goes into making these films, but the films themselves, they're just kind of flat. It's the emotional equivalent of not putting color grading in movies. It's just bland and empty. The real problem though with the anime trilogy and what was really wrong with the films was the human story. Now you may be quick to judge saying, Godzilla was never about the human story. But I need you to understand, when a film dedicates itself to a human story, this is evident by the fact that you only see Godzilla for 7 to 8 minutes of the full runtime in the first film. When that part of a film is bad, the entire film is bad. Like I said before, these films aren't completely horrible either. There's still some things that are good that I actually like about these films. Like, for example, Metphys. Metphys was a character I actually found myself enjoying throughout the Planet Eater. He kind of reminds me of the Prophet of Truth from Halo 2. Both are a supporting role to the main character. They help them through their journey to become this great leader. But it's ultimately all a sham and a means to an end to aid their goal in total destruction to fulfill a religious fantasy. And I like this. I actually like Metphys a lot in this movie. But the thing is, I don't want just praise for it just because it's not the anime trilogy either. That was something that was happening with the Ultraman anime when it first came out, and I will admit, I am guilty of this too. We were like, oh, it's better than Godzilla anime trilogy because it's not the Godzilla anime trilogy. Now, this is not me taking a jab and saying that all kaiju anime are gonna suck because of Godzilla the anime trilogy. There are some really good kaiju anime out there that don't suck and just are fantastic. The problem is when you don't do anything with your characters and you just think the kaiju action is gonna save you, you can just fall into this realm of mediocrity, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying all kaiju films need to have this super developed 900 plus IQ story with these super highly developed characters. A recent example of this is Rampage, for instance. Though I haven't seen it yet, I'm still not sure why. Something that really should be recognized with this film, and that's it didn't really take itself seriously. It knew what it was going to be. It was going to be a really big, dumb monster action movie with Dwayne friggin' Johnson. The problem comes when you're actually trying to make a human story, thinking the kaiju action is just gonna carry your film because, hey, it's Godzilla, who wouldn't watch it? And I think that's the ultimate issue that could arise with Singular Point. It's not that the waters have been necessarily tainted by the Godzilla anime trilogy, it's just, it's set a bad precedent. And because this is a true first for Godzilla, my ultimate fear is that the directors and writers will think that because of that fact, they won't have to necessarily try. Because they think the fan base just won't care that the human story is bad because, hey, it's Godzilla, baby! And I think that's really my problem with it. I don't think it's necessarily going to be awful. But for me, when I see a new piece of Godzilla media on the horizon, and I'm only thinking about what went wrong in the past, it's just the worst feeling a human being could ever have, and that is fear. Imagine the worst evil out there that could possibly be. Imagine the purest moment of dread and realization that all evil is coming from all sides and nothing, not even the slightest bit of hope. Though I am excited for Godzilla Singular Point, I am keeping my expectations a little lowered for the time being until we get some more information or another trailer drops, and to be honest, I think you should too. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, turn on notifications, smash that subscribe button like you're punching it in the face, like this.
So trusted you.
Anyways, that's all I got for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys whenever I want to release a video. I don't give.
Baba Booey.
Let me just.